Hello, my name is Duke Walker, and I serve the beloved people of Linear Village Estates in Gainesville, Georgia. And it's a delight to be with you today. Today, I'd like to share one of my favorite passages of Scripture, and a Scripture that I aspire to live into more and more. This is from Prophet Isaiah, chapter 55, from the Hebrew Bible, or Old Testament, as your tradition may call it. And it reads like this in the first 3 verses. Come all who are thirsty. Come to the waters, and you who have no money, come buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Why spend money on what is not bread, and your labor on what does not satisfy? Listen to me, and eat what is good, and you will delight in the richest of fare. Give ear and come to me. Listen, that you may live. I wonder who we have been listening to in life. Inevitably, it shapes how we interact with others. And I wonder how many of us in our context have listened to what Richard Rohr, the Franciscan priest, would call the meritocracy. And the meritocracy, as Rohr describes it, is we get what we earn in life. But if you think about it, think about the prophet's words, how offensive they can be to that kind of mindset. Come, buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk. Those who have no money, without money and without cost, come, buy and eat. When we've spent decades of our lives being formed by listening to a voice that is a voice of meritocracy, that we get what we earn, then we begin to live in that dynamic with others. And the very thought of getting something for free, it seems absurd. It offends how hard we have worked in life, and yet it's here. It's here. In the Hebrew Bible, it carries through in the New Testament. Blessed are the poor. What might our lives look like if we were to give up listening to the voice of meritocracy? How would our life in community with one another change if we took the words of the prophet and made a daily practice out of them? To begin living in a way where we give freely because freely we have received. I think that's the point here in Isaiah. And when we begin to live with that sense of graciousness, generous giving of self to others, not taking offense because somebody has offended us, because they don't need to earn our affirmation, because we didn't have to earn God's affirmation. Imagine our life in community together. Imagine our society. Imagine our healthcare systems. What would they look like? And how many of us are offended even right now if the verse were to say, come all you who are suffering, come to the waters, and you who have no money, come buy and be treated with good healthcare. This is not a political or cultural or social message. It's a scriptural message. It's a reflection of who God is and how he calls us to show up and live in relationship with each other. Consider one day of listening to the voice of a God who freely loves us, and then offering your love and affirmation and service and generosity of self to others freely as well. Watch your stress go down, your connections increase, your emotions know more peace, your body feel less stress, more at rest. And watch your communities, your neighbors, come alive in the God who pours out generously his love to all of us, free, without charge.